In this video, we're looking at Anthony Richardson's first interception in the NFL that happened in preseason week 1. The first thing we're looking at is going to be the end zone view so that we can kind of get an idea of what Anthony Richardson is looking at here. Okay, so the Colts come out in 11 personnel, and the Bills match that with a 4-man front and 2 linebackers. If you ever see that, that means the defense has come out in a nickel package. They have another corner that in this example is going to be off to the right of your screen here. And we'll get another view here in a little while looking at this play. But I want to look here at the front real quick to see what was happening in front of Anthony Richardson before this play. And as I hit play here, you're going to notice Anthony Richardson, even though the goalpost is kind of blocking it, Anthony Richardson is motioning over Michael Pittman Jr. a little bit. So you're going to notice Jordan Poyer is going to climb up the field and he's going to come across the field. So let's watch that happen. Okay, he shifts over. You saw the linebacker in the middle of the field. He was over here. He comes over here. That shift right there is something that Anthony Richardson has to look for because this play is originally designed to be a run. Okay, this is what they call run pass option, but they wanted to hand the ball off here. Okay, so as this ball gets snapped, we're going to look at this front. Okay, we have Kylan Granson at tight end here, and then we have our 5 starting offensive linemen, except for our right tackle here is Blake Freeland rather than Braden Smith. Okay, so as we start the play here, you see Kylan Granson going one-on-one with the DN. Bernard Raymond, Big Q, double teaming this guy. Ryan Kelly and Will Fries are double teaming this guy. And then you have Blake Freeland out here taking the guy on the end. But what you see coming into the picture here is this corner coming out of the slot. This is the nickel corner who's coming in on a blitz. And right now, the only person that could pick him up is Evan Hull here in the backfield. Okay, so let this run just a little bit further. Watch what happens. Boom. Okay, you see here Blake Freeland came off of the defensive end to come pick up the slot guy. And then we have Evan Hull here who's thinking, okay, I got to be ready to take a handoff. And if not, he ends up coming out into space. I don't know what he was supposed to do. Okay, I don't have Shane Steichen's playbook, and I don't know exactly what everybody's job is here. But this play is set up to look like a zone read play with combination blocks happening on the inside. And the way it ends up, you end up with the defensive end who's coming free because the right tackle let him go to come get the slot guy. In my opinion, I think Freeland should have stayed on the defensive end, and it would have allowed Hull to instead be able to maybe turn his head. And I don't know, again, what he was supposed to do, but I feel like if the corner here just keeps coming, then Hull has a better opportunity to step in front of him than try to stop a defensive end from coming at the quarterback. Okay, so I'll let this play a little, and then you kind of pay attention to, kind of what these guys are doing and kind of where Evan Hull goes here. Okay, so as we move forward, you see that Blake Freeland attaches himself to that corner, but the defensive end is coming in. Now, Evan Hull has his head turned straight towards the line, even though Richardson didn't even act like he was going to give him the ball. And you see here, Richardson looks like he's ready to pull that right now. Okay, but we keep coming. Evan Hull's not picking up this block at all. Not only that, he runs right past this guy. Look at that. Runs right past him, doesn't turn toward him at all. Okay. And I feel like Blake Freeland could have held him up at the line, this defensive end. And instead of Evan Hull trying to turn into the field, he could have come up and tried to get in front of the corner that would have been here. Okay. Anthony Richardson wouldn't be in this position. Okay. But also, Anthony Richardson is throwing the ball from this position, and that's an issue. His feet are set in different directions. They're not set in the direction that he's wanting to throw the ball. Okay. And if you're not sure, quarterbacks, you want your feet set in the direction of where you want the ball to go. That front foot needs to be leading to where the ball is going. Okay. So watch what Anthony Richardson does in this position. Okay. He sets that foot in the ground toward midfield right there. And then the leg in the back, that's supposed to be where the power is coming from. He puts all his weight on that, and that's where he's launching the ball from. Okay, then you look at his arm angle. He's coming from the side, whipping that ball around, his elbows down, and you can't have that. Mechanically, it's bad, all the way from the shoulders down to the feet. Everything about this was not supposed to happen this way. Okay, so now let's go look at the sideline view. Okay, so here on the sideline view, you're going to be able to see the motion with Michael Pittman. You're going to see how the defense switches over and rolls their coverage onto this side of the field, being ready for what's coming next. Okay, and I have this playing in half speed so we can kind of see everything. Okay, and I'm going to stop it right there because I want you to see what this slot corner does and kind of what Isaiah McKenzie and how this whole thing worked out. Okay, Michael Pittman moving over, they're switching their defense over, and Isaiah McKenzie is coming from the Buffalo Bills. He knows what Sean McDermott wants to do. He's seen these defenses before. I believe right here, he's trying to tell Anthony Richardson when he sees this happening, he's letting Anthony Richardson know, like, hey, the key here is for this guy to blitz now that they're rolling everything over. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, you see he's moving over, about to go, and boom, now he's coming. Okay, so at this point, Blake Freeland is off of the defensive end and he's moving towards the corner. Anthony Richardson, seeing three rushers come at him, and this being his first NFL drive, he goes into a bit of a panic mode. Okay. He knows what's supposed to be over here and he gets over anxious about what's coming and he over anticipates it. Right. He's ready to throw it right there, but his receiver is not even close to coming out of his break. So he pulls it back, which gives the rushers an extra second to keep coming. And then by the time he gets the ball out there, boom, he's not set. He's getting hit. And Isaiah McKenzie talked about after the game about how he needed to run the route better. And he's right. He didn't come out of that break hard enough. He needed to come out of that and get to the sideline and flatten that thing out toward the sideline. But even if he had flattened that out with his size, I'm not sure if he would have been able to get that ball. Because again, with Anthony Richardson being offset here and already having issues overthrowing balls in the short to intermediate range here, this ball sails over him a little bit, and Dane Jackson is waiting right there for that ball. I mean, that ball went right to him. He barely had to move. And that's what we don't want to see, right? We don't want to see turnovers. We don't want to see our quarterback on the ground over here. We can't have this, right? So these are things that need to get cleaned up as the year goes on. I expect it to get better. You know, this got better as the game went on. Anthony Richardson did, and it's going to get better. You know, as training camp keeps going and they keep practicing and the games go on, communication with everybody and learning terminology, everything should get better, right? I believe in this coaching staff. I believe in our quarterback leading this team. And so I expect to see better. And we'll have another clip from this game. If not today, then it'll be tomorrow. But we're going to be looking at the pass to Alec Pierce that Alec Pierce ended up dropping. But I want to take a deep dive into that play and show everybody exactly what happened from start to finish on that one. So make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so that you're notified when that video comes out. And until then, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and go Colts.